We started in the middle of the ocean with $0 in the bank and really big plans. What's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of the 1 vs 1 series on the islands with the FS Master. We're starting off by making bales, but take a look at what's on the horizon. See that undeveloped island right there? It actually appeared between the 4th and this current 5th episode. I had some money in my account from the last episode, but terraforming here is so horrendously expensive and works so badly that I completely wiped out my account. I had to give up all I had, and on top of that, I even had to take a special grant to help me create this island. My island ended up costing around $1.5 million in total, whereas my neighbor's land leveling project came out to a massive $7 million. I did all this to even out the financial playing field and make sure we'd actually have something to do here. My neighbor, the FS Master, naturally agreed to it, of course. Well, how could he refuse, since he built an island for $7 million using a subsidy himself? Today, I really want to properly develop my land. We're about to start mowing the grass, although there's actually almost none of it here at all. What a total bust. I completely forgot that I pretty much mowed the entire island in the last episode, and we haven't even advanced time yet. I'll quickly mow these leftovers and give my neighbor a moment to get ready before we skip a day. The work is progressing at an incredible pace. My mower boasts a wide working width, so I'm quickly cutting down these remaining patches of grass. Just 2, perhaps 3 more passes and it'll all be mowed down. So for now, I'm just about done mowing this grass. I'm parking the mower in my machine lot, then I'll hook up the trailer and head on over to the forest island to finally get to the real work. I completely emptied my wallet, leaving me unable to even purchase a simple saw from the store. There's no time to wait, as long as that neighbor isn't up to something and stealing my forest. I'm grabbing a pallet of planks and running to the selling point just to get things moving. With absolutely nothing in my account, I cannot work. There goes the first full pallet of wood chips. $8,000 earned in an instant. Thanks to that, I could afford a chainsaw and really get started on cutting down some trees. Because of a multiplayer bug in Farming Simulator, I have to keep buying a new chainsaw. But oh, I see him now. The neighbor's arrived and he's shamelessly checking out my equipment. He'll probably back his trailer up here any second and steal all my hard work. He clearly wants to bankrupt me. I'm slaving away, sweating, cutting down trees and grinding them into chips, and he just shows up like a typical thief for the finished product. I won't even voice my thoughts aloud, or YouTube will take me down in a flash. We'll keep cutting and sell it right away. It's a great month for earnings, and wood prices are rocketing sky high. I'm recording this a while after playing. I think it was January, but no matter. The profits are rolling in big time. I wonder what the neighbor's up to over there. He's probably just scheming, trying to back up his trailer and pilfer my goods the moment I avert my gaze from the wood chipper. I need to make a lot of cash to cover my losses from building the island. Let me know in the comments if you also think I'm easily catching up to him with my equipment and overall farm development. And just like that, my neighbor is already pulling up with his trailer. He's gonna back right up and shamelessly try to block my exit. I wish he'd just give up on all these shenanigans already. This time I see he's at least trying to cut honestly, although those are still trees on my island. At least he's not stealing from my wood chipper this time. He tried to block me, but I found a clever shortcut and drove right through. He was in total, absolute shock, completely stunned, and I had just earned a whopping $184,000 in pure cash. I used my new shortcut to get back into the woods. He can try to block me, but I'll always find a way out to sell my goods. If you're also interested in playing on this map, or perhaps any of my other maps, feel free to join me on my Patreon. There you'll find all of my maps and all of the mods that I currently use. Oh, look at that! He got completely stuck and drove straight into the water. He fell into the lake with a trailer full to the brim with wood chips. Now he's completely screwed. I'm just going to keep grinding away with a smile, while he's left there to struggle in that water. Of course, the smartass won't lose chips. He'll just reset the tractor to the shop and get his equipment back. I'll admit it, I also fell into the water a moment later. I reset the machine, and thankfully, nothing was lost from that infinite tank within the wood chipper. The load is safely recovered, but I still have to keep an eye on the neighbor, because he's up to something again. I cut down tree after tree, grind everything into wood chips, and repeat this cycle over and over. Wood's like gold, so no complaints, just gotta do it. I'm leaving the wood chipper, hitching up the trailer, and heading directly to the dealership to sell what I've managed to grind up. For a total of 56,000 liters of wood chips, I've managed to rake in over $92,000. We've already managed to accumulate a total of $283,000 in our account. I'm driving up for a fresh trailer of wood, but hold on a minute. I still need to quickly make these darn bales before fast forwarding time. I have more than enough wood logs for the time being, but I absolutely don't want the cut grass to rot out in the field. I have to sell everything. And a quick reminder, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we're almost at the magical 10,000 subscribers, and from there it's straight to 100,000. Baling and wrapping is going pretty smoothly. The white marshmallows are popping out of my baler one after another. I am truly content with the decision I made to invest my money into purchasing this particular baling press. It truly streamlines and significantly speeds up my work. Alright, with such a massive amount of cash, I'm taking a big risk and building the very first greenhouses on my new island. And here's a super important piece of advice for all of you. Under no circumstances should you ever build those expensive glass greenhouses, as they are simply not profitable in the slightest. Only get the cheaper foil ones, because they are 100% just as efficient. I'm setting up mass production of lettuce everywhere, but I'm absolutely not turning on automatic selling. I'll be manually hauling these green pallets myself, since the automatic option cuts into my profits, and the pallet sales point is just around the corner. I wanted to add more goods to the sawmill to start, but it turned out the tanks were filled to the brim, so I took the rest straight to our furniture factory. Everything's connected in a truly cohesive supply chain, so let's fast forward 3 whole months. Now hold on to your seats, just look at the thousands pouring into my account right this very moment. These greenhouses, which I've set up for automatic selling, brought me well over $200,000 just from fast forwarding time. That's a gigantic amount of cash. I'm grabbing the trailer with autoload, and it turns out this feature actually works. I only found out about this miracle after manually loading dozens of pallets. I'm loading up some beautiful clean planks. That's several tens of thousands in additional cash for the rapid development of the island. A single pallet of these boards goes for $8,000 here, just one of them. We've loaded exactly 5 pallets, so $40,000 smoothly rolls in. Then I carefully loaded the rare manufactured furniture. There aren't many here visually, but remember, just one pallet of furniture is a true rarity, worth a fortune. I naively believed I'd make a $100,000 from this run. Ultimately, I ended up pulling in $60,000 from that sale, which is still a massive influx of funds, you know. Soon I'll finally have to harvest all this mature grain. I'm still debating whether to get into chickens or just skip it. For now, I'll collect these wrapped bales from the field to cash them in too. We'll see at the selling point how much we ultimately make on these white marshmallows. I definitely want to use these profits to decorate my currently barren island. I've got plenty of money, so I'm not planning on scrimping. One bale, quite mischievously, slid off and plunged right into the water. We've already got 75% of the entire trailer loaded up. Just 3 more bales, and I'll drop the full load at the selling point. I'll have to come back here for a second trip though, because it won't all fit in one go. For these 24 round bales, I was mentally betting on a massive profit of about $50,000. Unfortunately, my business plan is a bit weak today, because barely 30,000 showed up on the monitor. That comes out to just over 1,000 apiece, but this isn't the end. I still have many bales to collect from the field. They're all fermented and ready for sale. And thanks to that, I'll be earning tens of thousands more dollars. My self-collecting trailer is filling up at an express pace. In just a little while, another shipment is about to be sold. I've collected all bales from the first island. Now I'm driving to the second to continue collecting. The last bale's on the trailer. Now it's time to sell. I sold the entire load of silage. An extra $30,000 landed in my account, and the total balance is now well over $300,000. I still have a few bales left to collect. It won't be a full trailer load this time, but every $1,000 I can get will certainly help. $3,800 has been added to my account. Well, there's always something. Now I'll use this incredibly powerful autoloader to automatically load up dozens of lettuce pallets. This should bring in a crazy amount of money. I'm guessing around $200,000, sight unseen. There's no possible way that all of this is going to fit on just one trailer. I think we're looking at least 3 trips to sell this. The first load is packed full. Floor it, and let's go cash this in. And by the way, I wonder what the neighbor is cooking up. I can see from a distance that he's finally, passionately mowing his little grain field. The FS Master most likely strongly desires to get into flower production. Please let me know in the comments if you've seen him already build a mill at his place, or if he perhaps invested that fortune in a flock of chickens instead. Meanwhile, I dropped off the pallets at the selling point, and boom, I raked in a cool $127,000, and now I'm loading up the remaining pallets to really wring out every last dollar and absolutely maximize my earnings on this lettuce harvest. There was absolutely enough room to load up all the pallets I produced. The transport is completely full, 100%, $127,000. That's exactly what I made from selling all those lettuce pallets. My account balance currently stands at over $568,000. I wonder what my neighbor's account balance looks like right now. I hope he is behind me. The neighbor can't be doing better than me. I'm parking the tractor right now, and then I'm off to the shop. It's time to rent a brand new harvester. I'll be using this equipment for approximately $15,000 a month. I truly hope this investment proves worthwhile. We're taking on this powerful red Massey Ferguson, which I've just rented, and we're putting it through its paces. The truth is painful. My field's so tiny, I could have handled it just as quickly with some rusty old contraption. But whatever, I just really wanted a taste of luxury and a change of scenery at work. The mowing itself is going incredibly fast. With this new machine, I'll literally make just 4 short passes from edge to edge, and the entire field will be mowed. I totally wasted money on this rental, but hey, at least I have some luxury equipment. I really need to acquire more extensive tracts of land so that this colossal harvester has ample work to do and can ultimately pay for itself. But for now, I'm just going to turn it off and leave it alone. I'm calculating the profits in my head right now, and I'm quite certain we'll easily reach our first $1 million in this very episode. The rivalry with my neighbor is heating up like never before. But wait a minute, you need to remember one super important overwhelming thing. We both took out a huge loan for development. We each have exactly $1 million of debt at the bank that we'll have to pay back someday. Honestly, I'd bet all the money in the world that neither of us is ever going to pay this bank loan back willingly. We're going to be stuck with these gigantic debts on paper until the very end of this farming series. I'm 1,000,000% sure the FS Master has already completely forgotten about his loan. Therefore remember, when you're checking the statistics from our beautiful final balance, you will always have to subtract that nice round million fairly and squarely. Another trailer is filling up with wood chips. Log after log goes into the wood chipper. I'm cutting down more trees so I can head to the selling point and boost my account with a nice sum of money. Sold. Let's book the profits. And after this transaction, we already have a staggering $613,000 in the account. With over $500,000, it's definitely high time to start investing heavily. I could construct some highly profitable factories, skillfully design a network of access roads, or perhaps I might even be tempted to purchase a significantly larger tractor. But let's take it easy. First, my priority is to build some permanent infrastructure for the machines. I'm going to put up 2 massive, truly enormous garages right here on this plot of land. Realistically, I think these 2 sheds will be more than enough for now. I probably won't be cramming a whole lot in there or parking daily, but maintaining immaculate order at the base is absolutely imperative, and that's final. My plan is to later add a charming little house on the coast for relaxation, a delightful retreat. But first, we will dive into the serious business of decorating the raw terrain around the sheds, truly making it our own. I'm skipping the asphalt and tastefully choosing raw, hard concrete. So, I'm getting started on this big general cleanup of the farm's main yard area. Although, you know what? Why should I sweat for nothing and waste my precious time? I've just come up with a significantly better, brilliant business idea. I'm simply going to return all these machines that I'm no longer using at all. That way, I'll get rid of unnecessary costs and have less to clean up. Only a fool would keep pointlessly shuffling them from corner to corner, when, hand on heart, I have no intention of ever using them for any job on this farm again. I'm currently relocating all my equipment to the new shed. Finally, everything will be well organized here. My neighbor can definitely learn a thing or two about how things should look. His place is always a complete mess. His machines are even parked right there on the shop island. The machines are now under a roof, so it's high time to finally grab a paintbrush and at least superficially decorate this dismal island with some vibrant green grass. Without the grass, this entire area just looks like one enormous, depressing, muddy battlefield after some heavy struggles, or perhaps even a swamp. I'm meticulously and precisely painting fresh, vibrant green grass on my island. Let this place finally stop being such an eyesore and actually start looking aesthetically pleasing to everyone around here. In the back of my mind, I was planning and really wanted to create a massive, huge field for sowing in this specific episode. Because of this new and expansive field, I was eager to go shopping and purchase a significantly larger, more powerful tractor to tow the equipment. However, time, regrettably, is relentless and unforgiving, so we will delve into that in the following episode. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll be seeing you all very soon.